uh, the Nazis, Adolf Hitler. يعني, why won't the West recognize the following? They always talk about the Mufti of Palestine. Netanyahu, this filth is I don't know, sick, stupid, I don't know how to. Why won't you be human? Starting from the West. Gog Magog, West, Russia, whatever. Even those in India. Who better for us to win? The Nazis? Of course, it's a game. It's a game, regardless. It's a game, but it's a conflict. The Irish, the German, who lost the first war. This leader is a fascist. Okay, fine. But there is something. Let's not mention the term Satan. They colonized the region. Did Germany colonize us? No. They are establishing the so-called Israeli state. Did Germany establish the so-called Israeli state? No. Did Germany brought the so-called Israeli Jewish to no. Did they kill Sheikh Khazal? Did they empower the so-called? No. It's the West. It's the Western West. It's the West. I'm talking about England, France. Who established the so-called Lebanon? Who? Germany? No. Of course, Germany played a role. Played a role. Germany played a role through centurism. Who ruined the Ottoman Khilafah and stopped us from establishing a new one? Germany? No. The German rule in Europe? Yes. Adolf Hitler, the German rule in Europe? Yes. It's part of the so-called Zionist work. Look at Adolf Hitler, look at the bankers, look at... It's part... Nazis wouldn't be there if there is no Zionism. Honestly. Zionism wouldn't be prosper if there was no Nazism. So they all work together, they all work for the devil. But I'm not saying Germany is innocent. No. There is a lot I can explain to you what happened since the crusade until now by the Germans. Okay? I'm not going to talk about that. How the German leaders persecuted the Jews, not because they hate the Jews. This is the agenda. You become a Reich. This is the rule. This is, there is a talk like this. He know about the so-called Israeli state, but he's not gonna work it if he won the war, he's not gonna work it the way they work it. He would accept a Palestinian state, and the Jews who are there can live there and keep their mouths shut. He need to do something to earn the leadership in Germany. No. Yes, there is a talk. Yes, there is a lot of Jews who plan this. Especially after seeing the Ottoman Khilafah and looking at the so-called Israeli state and working here and there. Okay, there is a relation between Britain and other places, yes, before the war. There is Jews, generals and Jews who work with Adolf Hitler. Worked European. And he himself. And then he started to hide it. Now, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about because people will argue with me. The point is, the Muslims, when you see any Muslim saying, I will hope if Adolf Hitler won the war. Does this mean that he's a fascist? No. If Adolf Hitler won the war, there will be no so-called Israeli state. There will be no occupation to Iraq, I promise you. There will be no 11 September inside job. There will be fascism. And there will be no asylum seeker coming to Europe. And there will be no 6 days war. There will be no so-called Israeli state causing like a virus causing issues. There will be no independent so-called Lebanese state. There will be a new establishment of an Islamic Khilafah. There will be no Al-Assad Bashar ruling Syria. Oh yeah. Wallah. There will be no empowerment to the so-called Shiite. Things will be different. Maybe the German will come and he say, I'm the big boss. Fine, I don't care. You're a Muslim, whatever. I'm the big... But the damage to us will not be the way it is right now. You understand the point? Literally, there will be no group trying to destroy the secret glorified Masjid Al-Aqsa, the house of Allah, the temple of Muslims. No Gohem, non-Israeli, lying filthy goy worshipping Satan with their black magic, got nothing to do with the Israelis, got nothing to do with Judah. Them and their filthy, failure of cults of failure, which they relate to Judah. There wouldn't be attacking our masjid. There would be children killed. There would be a problem. There would not be a problem in Syria. It will be more close to being a Muslim environment. The bloodshed will drop down. Saud House wouldn't be racism against the natives the way it is right now, working and helping the enemies to prosper. Soleimani of Iran wouldn't be in Iraq, wouldn't go and do an actual analysis and find out how can you manage to see the network of reason through the decades, and you will see a different prosper environment. Though Germany will be like an empire above us. No, you don't develop any weapon. We are here, the German, the Nazis. Yeah, we lied. We said we are with you, the Zionists, at the beginning, we the Nazis. And then we won the war. He shouldn't go to Russia. He should make an agreement with the Russians. He would win the war. England was an island. He couldn't go inside. The tanks, which was a beautiful tanks, the German had. He did it. America wouldn't do anything. That's why Australia and everyone went to England. He would do something and ruin them there in England. But everywhere, he's fighting everywhere. Because Satan is his God. Satan. In Satan we trust. The American, the English, I'm not insulting you. All of them, communism. Satan is playing it. He's the big boss with his cabinet. And and they are working for him. You need to think that you are gonna win the war. Adolf Hitler at a certain level start talking to himself and saying strange things. Feeling the power and the war, crazy. Gonna start using some sort of and no one could dare him. There was assassination attempt and he was not even harmed. The Führer, ما حد يقدر عليه. No one. And then you made the big mistakes. Fuck off, yeah. Bring the Jews. Bring the Goyim. Yeah. I am here to ruin this land. I am Satan, their God. I am the father of the Antichrist. Yep, do it, oh slave. All those who die among your generation, hellfire. And you were questioning me. So you don't say this Mufti of Palestine, or questioning the Muslims, or questioning why the Mufti said, why he met Nazis. Of course he will meet the Nazis fair and he say, we are in your side against this colonizing power which are bringing these Goyim Jews to us, and we know what they want. And our yes Führer, the Führer, of course. يا نعم بيترجم لي هو كل احترام السيد فهر كل احترام. Of course he will do this. Why don't you see how stinky hellfire fuel you are? You satanic monkey in pig schools. Why? So of course, if I am in 1940 or 1941 or 42, I would say, please Allah, we ask you, you are the final human. It's a test. We are doing our best, Ya Allah. We want the Nazis to win. It is bad for us because there is a say that Adolf Hitler mentioned it, or those who said, I will treat human are levels for him. He, Adolf Hitler. Yeah, he said this. And he mentioned Irish and non-Irish, and then someone said to him, the Jews, not Adolf Hitler, one, the Jews, and there is the problem with the Arabs. Now, an Arabic Palestine or a Jewish, he said, the Jews come after the dogs and after the Arabs. Arabs are on the lowest level. Arabs, these in their tents, who among them the Israelis. Some of these cabinets said this. Then dogs come after the Arabs. So our Arabs are better than the dogs. And then with dogs are wonderful. I mean, I don't know why they, but honestly, this has happened. No, it's not a resource. It's something I read. Then the Jews. This is how I become a Fahra. To help and moving the Jews there. We will win the war, and once we win the war, we will deal with those Jews who are sent there. Yeah, do the executions and things, because there is a balance in Germany and the leadership, whatever. Yeah, do what you're doing, yes. There is some, of course, at the beginning of the war. The Star and things like that, and attacking their shops. In the media right now, they can make something to the media right now about Muslims, but it's not in their interest because there is a conflict with the communists, there is issues. They could go to the media. Look at America. Islam, 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 Islam. And oh, violence against Muslim will increase. Now it is. There is issues. It will increase even up by the media because this is the pigs communities. Muslim. I don't want to talk about this. Do you get the point? Why I'm uploading this video? I'm saying to you, do not argue in a stupid way saying the Muslims leader, a Palestinian mufti, he went and he talked to the Nazis. Hitler. Yeah, Hitler, look at his picture. This is Palestinian, the fascist. Like this, wallahi, like this. Those occupiers and the Holy Land. This is the mufti of Palestine. The Jews are in Holocaust. And the Palestinian mufti is going there. I want to be very ugly. Because they are ugly from inside, absolutely. And also from outside. This is the mufti of Palestine. He went to meet Nazis leader. Muslims are fascist. Man, if the mufti beheaded you in the Holy Land and went there and put you in the Holocaust gas chamber himself, I would say, Allahumma forgive him, he didn't do any wrong. We are sitting in our Holy Land, and all of a sudden this motherfucker came to us after colonizing us for centuries. In Lebanon, in Syria, in France, by the English. What happened? World War I, you had the German? Okay. Now Adolf Hitler. He's a fascist, the big war. Let's hope that he would win, ya akhi. Look, they are massacring us in Algeria, massacring us right now. They are giving them gun. Yeah, it's a must. Sheikh Khaz'al, the British, they are empowering the so-called Jihad. We hope, and Mufti, please go. Our Mufti in Palestine, go meet him. Tell him that. Did they do anything wrong? Of course, at the end, Adolf Hitler is a Satan slave. There is no question in that. But what he would brought if he won the war is less terrible to us. Or what is the word? The damage will be less with the fascists. Absolutely. Look where they are in Europe. And sequences after they won the war. Maybe some sort of revolts here and there. But they will control it at the end. After England won, immediately the United Nations, the League of the United Nations won. Immediately acknowledging by the Chinese, by the Russians, the so-called Israeli state. Khalas. The Chinese are with England and with America against Japan. The Russian absolutely against Germany. So fine, we win the war. We will do whatever you want. Establishing this. The Russian used to take weapon from American. Their army was nothing. 25 million have died from their army. They used to take shipment of weapon from the American and the English to Russia to fight the Nazis. In 1945, the Islamic world up in a new round of a huge attack. And these who call for Arab nationalists and things like that, the result of that Arabic nationalist movement, Hafez al-Assad, which is a dark result, and Saddam Hussein, which is a positive, good result. It's not easy to come. Why there is a dictator? There is, Al Saud wouldn't be granted all of this power to help the intruders and those who call themselves minorities and the enemy of our nation. All, when this is it, round, this is it. And the Quran explained that. Don't think that life is easy. He's talking to his people, God Almighty, or the Muslim. Don't think there will be problem. And as you can see, the Muslim community, problem with manners, problem against each other, problem. Of course, some of them calling themselves Muslim, but they are not Muslims. A lot of issues. Who's behind it? The devil. Your God.